I guess habits and hearts don't break the same.
Hey, it's Trish with All Country News, and I'm here chatting with Jordan Rager. Jordan, how's it going?
Great, Trish. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So you've toured with names like Kane Brown, Old Dominion, and of course collaborated with Jason Aldean. But take us back a little to when you first started creating music.
I think I was 14 when I made the life-altering decision to chase music as a career. So you don't know what that means. You don't know what that entails. You don't really even know how to even do it. You just start doing it, and then hopefully somebody eventually pays attention. And that's kind of what happened to me. I picked up a guitar and started teaching myself how to play, and I started writing some really terrible songs that I hope never see the light of day. And I went around to every restaurant, any county fair and festival, anything around my hometown that had any resemblance of a stage and a crowd. I asked if I could play. Eventually got the chance to move up to Nashville and kind of actually pursue music as a career. And it has been so much fun. Like, even on the days when it's not, it's still a dream job, you know?
Your EP, Habits and Hearts, is just very honest and emotional and just flows so naturally. What's your typical songwriting process like?
I usually sit down with a couple of friends of mine and we just kind of hammer out some ideas that we have, whether they be song titles or song, like kind of story ideas. Sometimes they're musical pieces. Sometimes they're a melody that's just stuck in our head, and they all fall out different ways, like sometimes it takes one or two different writing appointments to get it right. Sometimes you get it in 20 minutes and you go to lunch early,
So what's an ideal collaboration like for you?
You're not trying too hard. You're not thinking too hard. It's just, you're just telling the story as honestly and as simply as you can possibly put it.
From what it sounds like, Habits and Hearts that's the way it went for that EP.
So all four of these songs that are on the EP, I wrote in between January and November of 2018. I didn't plan on these four songs being on an EP together. I just had four songs that I knew I loved that kind of flowed pretty well together based on how emotional all four of them were. And when COVID hit and changed everybody's plans in 2020, we had these four songs on the shelves that we didn't know what we were going to do with yet. And since we can't get out there and play shows like we usually can, one of the ways that we can still reach people is to release music. And so I kind of raised my hand and I was like, why don't we just put these songs out? I think they're strong enough to live on their own, even without an on-the-road tour to support them. And I mean, so far the reaction to them has been amazing. To hear people like what you just said, like the fact it hits people right here and makes them feel something. That's what music should do, whether it's good or bad. And there's some sad songs on this EP. It's like Habits was, I'll be honest with you, without going into too much detail, Habits was not a fun song to write because I was going through it when I wrote that song. And you can hear it. I don't think there's a certain level of emotion that you just can't fake. It just has to be raw and real for it to actually exist. And I don't think I would have had that song had I not been going through what I was going through at the time. And
Right.
So I guess in that sense, I'm thankful for it because it got me one of my better songs that I've ever been a part of.
What's coming next for you? Is there anything we should be watching out for?
It looks like 2021 is going to bring a lot more new music from me. So be on the lookout for that. I don't have a date just yet, but you will definitely get some new music out of me for next year.
Awesome, Jordan. Well, it was so fun chatting with you, and I can't wait to see you live.
Yeah, thank you, Trish. Thanks for having me.
I guess habits and hearts don't break the same.